as that extend, oh, you really are a bad dummy. I mean, mannequin. If that knife attack is coming in, the movement, is it to the outside this way to flip them over, or is it to the inside this way to flip them over? Because the first and most basic version of what you're talking about for samurai arts is called kokyonage. It means breath throw or extension. And it's simply this. As that attack is coming in and his momentum is going this way, and that's even if he knows what he's doing. If you're an idiot and come running out and go, whoa, and just run, it makes it really easy to do in demonstrations. But truthfully, for somebody who knows how to knife fight, their first movement is going to be like a fencer, where your weight goes here, but it's very balanced. The knee is on the ball of the foot, and you're about 75% weight on that. But it lets you counterbalance and not fall over. The movement then for kokyonage is to just simply extend him. So as you go here to pass the knife, as he's finishing the move, you're meeting it as it's still moving, going forwards and down.
Oh.
See what it did?
Yeah.
So it's a continuation. It doesn't stop and then start again. You're here and it comes in and you go here. The reason why you drop to the ground, that's what pulls him off balance. If we would have stayed back to your weight forwards, and now he's really going to dig in. And I'm okay with that. You're just back. Stop backing up. Look, this is the gap here. I don't want to sit in her lap while we do this. Maybe after the panel, but no. So from here, if all I do is pull this way, resist, I have nothing. If I dropped my center, if I wouldn't have let off at the end, I would have pulled him over again. Because it's this that makes the throw and the technique work. So it's very legit, but what you see in movies and in some of the cartoon techniques that I've seen is to watch people take a real move and exaggerate it to an illogical extreme, where him coming forwards ends up just being that. And somehow that's enough to cartwheel him off the ground.
I think the way it's presented is kind of a hybrid between the two. He definitely steps to the outside of the sword arm.
Does this stay forwards or does it come down and around?
It comes down and around, like he completely flips over himself.
So the move now that you're talking about, as that strike is coming in, you're doing similar beginning. You're overextending them, but he catches his balance, so he won't go all the way over. The answer to what he's doing is he can't just stop. To stop your momentum when the energy is going that way, you have to provide energy that way. So as I feel that, you go the other way and you end up going under the arm or just bringing it up and around to flip them over. There's a little bit of legitimacy to that. And you see it in martial art movies and stuff all the time. Specifically, if they start to the inside and then go underneath, because you add leverage to take their weight up on the balls of their feet, where you can extend and bring them forwards. But as they do it on, where it's like one move and their arm goes up and they flip over, I have never seen it actually work that way. There is a close range version that does something similar where it's not extended. They do the big moves like this, like wushu martial arts, if anybody's like Jackie Chan or Jet Li fan, where they do lots of high wire stuff, and then when they're not using the wires and they're actually doing real martial arts, the preference is still big because it looks better, and they take close quarters techniques and kind of, let's be kind and say extrapolate them. There is a version of that where it's this range, we're inside a range where you can actually get stabbed without having to move your center. And from here, the counter to a knife thrust low is lead arm down, back arm here, and then this hand here, and this goes this way. So you're doing a body pivot and flipping them over. And that one can be done as fast as he's moving, because he's the one that sets that. You don't need to hit him in the face. You do that with a competent knife fighter, somebody who's rushing at you. is just down like this, and it's a weird movement, but you've probably seen those kung fu masters do this kind of maneuver, and they're sweeping down the arm, and this one, since you're not wanting to slow down their momentum, goes behind their head and up, and then that one just throws them over. So it can be done. It's usually accompanied by a bullfighter move, the whole Toro! Ole! But so it's real. That's actually one of my all-time favorite moves, because from here up close, going here, this can be the throw. It can also be here and cinch and be a drop to the ground where you have the weapon controlled. The throw is called kaiten nage, the wheel throw. The control is kaiten osai, which is, so they're real. They're just not normally portrayed correctly because it's not as visual. I mean, it's like when they first started doing UFCs,